Did you see my hair? Look at this.
Oh, it's really hard to see. You're like really blurry
I'm
on that
heaps.
little camera down there.
Yeah, I don't know why. Let me... Did that work? Is it better? I don't know. It must be filming in like 2-bit.
Yeah.
Oh, Mario all over again. Should we start a pod?
Yeah.
All right.
Two brothers.
Daddy. Dad.
Hey, Hungries.
We're dads
This is Dad vs. Dad podcast.
in separate places because Jeremy
Yes.
is a sicko.
Okay, as you can see, we're not the normal 1 metre apart.
But we do.
You can clearly see we are 14 kilometres apart. I did check. Because I am quite unwell. So you'll hear me all sniffly and coughing and stuff. But I don't have to hold a microphone, so you won't hear me doing fucking drum solos on there.
But
Maybe
you,
bloody drum
you
solos.
do sound disgusting.
Yeah, it's good.
You've coughed a few times and it's super jarring. So just be prepared for that.
Yeah, I've tried to clear them all out. And I'll try cough not in the middle of a sentence so I can cut out the cough pretty easily.
Just do this.
Yeah. Alright, so I've been thinking... Yeah, let's get into this.
Okay.
Talk about our weeks and things we've been thinking about.
Okay.
About this whole autism thing. And you know how we probably... We don't know. I probably don't have it. Did you do your ADHD test?
My chest.
Test.
Yeah, but you're a bit sniffly, so it sounded like chest.
Yeah.
Didn't do my chest at all, but I have my test on the 1st of June.
Okay.
Like-
Because I did myself 2 autism tests. Failed one, passed the other.
What do you mean failed one?
Yeah, I invented them myself though.
How?
Well, because I wanted to test my autism powers.
Powers?
See this?
Yeah.
Big jar of rice.
Yeah.
I've got no idea how many rices are in there.
Yeah.
If I had autism powers, I would know. I'd just look and... Yep, there's, 1 million or whatever. Exactly 1 million. I don't know. There could be 1,000. I could be way off. So I fail that
Okay,
Kind
so...
that autism test.
But they say it's a spectrum, like a big...
Yeah.
So you might...
But then,
Yeah, okay. Go on.
I love this.
That's dirty.
This is great. For those who can't see, this is a fidget spinner. And it's just awesome.
Yeah. But,
I could spin it all day.
I mean... Do you... Do you think every kid in existence has autism?
All the ones that had fidget spinners did.
Okay, teach.
That's why they were so popular, because everyone has it now.
What?
I can count these.
What does
Knobs.
What does your
3.
Yeah? What does your daughter think of Fidgies?
Oh, she loves them too.
Autistic.
Yeah.
Bang on.
Yeah. We've got 4 of them in the house now.
Well, there's.
We have one each and then one we kind of share. And then another one that we're giving to Dad.
What do you mean? I thought you were giving me one. Because I'm
Yeah, I wanted to...
I'm ADHD. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I wanted to give you one. But then Vera packaged it all up.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is for Grandpa. I was
Ah.
like, do you think we could give it to Kevin? No, it's for Grandpa.
Oh.
Are you sure? Yeah, it's Grandpa's. I think Kevin would like it more. Yeah, but I think it should be Grandpa's.
You know what? I'm buying Vera socks for Christmas. That's what she gets.
She loves socks though, so
Well, still buying socks. I'll buy pre-used socks.
weeks.
The ones you find in like the old shoe stores where they're like, just put on the socks, try on these shoes.
So you haven't? I thought you were supposed to be ADHD test ages ago.
No, I did like an online test and I was definitely broken.
Yeah, but didn't you have like a doctor thing?
Yeah, I've got
Well,
like a
didn't you-
full-on referral. But they're sending me to a
Yeah.
a neurologist. So like a
Yeah.
proper, I don't know if that means that they're going to like put one of those giant helmets on me and go, I don't know, zap me.
Yeah, they will. It's shock therapy. Yeah, just go get tested.
Well,
Don't be.
I don't know. I don't think they're going to shock therapy me, but
No, they don't. They don't do that.
I am a bit concerned that they're going to throw me into like something.
Like an MRI machine.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not afraid of like small spaces. I just might fall asleep in there.
I think you're allowed to.
They might hack into my dreams.
That could help.
Well, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm at a stage now where I'm like, I feel like every day I'm fighting it though. Like I've got this thing in my head that's constantly like, you need to focus here. And then I'm always like drifting across.
Yeah.
But at the moment,
But
I'm like, stay focused. Like I'm full on determined just to stay focused.
that's probably a good thing.
I think so.
Like, that might be all you need.
Yeah.
Just being aware of it could be helping a lot more
I think
rather than just floating around.
having like a little side project that I want to be determined on is really good. Like getting this tablet and like starting to do drawing art. By the way, I am going to put it in the intro. So that animated thing, are you cool if I chuck that on the intro?
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
I drew that animated thing. I love
Yeah,
it. I think it's
cool.
I think it's great. I
Yep.
spent a lot of time on it. I don't know how to animate. That stuff's
Yeah,
hard.
animating it takes a long time.
It's ridiculous because you like duplicate the screen and then you have to erase stuff and then, but like if you erase it wrong, it's so much effort to like go back. So you just kind of commit that it
Yeah.
might look a bit shit.
I got real good at pixel art animation for a while.
That's the autism, because you can
Yeah.
definitely sit there and pixel art for hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that like I'll go. That's the thing. Your autism is hyper focus. My ADHD is disappeared focus. So
How are we so opposites?
I don't know. Like I'm really good at connecting to people. Like very, very empathetic and very good at that. But you can just count very good.
No, I can't.
You can't.
I don't have the power.
It's not a power.
A regular autismo would look at that and just,
There's definitely 20 million layers.
yeah, whatever. I don't know. I couldn't even guess.
Did you?
That's how unautistic I am.
You know what? I did a test recently, and it was like going through all these random things, like random questions, and it was like, do you have goals? If your manager
Yeah.
were to say this, how would you respond? And then randomly they'd throw in questions like, do you hear voices? Huh? No?
Try supposed to catch you off.
Yeah, like you'd every now and then you get to a screen just to be like, like, oh no, I got it wrong again. Now, I wanted to talk about something. So,
I hope so,
yeah,
because we have nothing planned, no debate planned, no competition planned.
I'm just going to ask you a bunch of questions today about your dad life.
I have, so,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay, all right. So,
That exchange, nothing happened. But we both agreed.
I've found that like once a story goes flat, we both just go, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the end of it. We move on. 6:15 this afternoon. I got back from getting a haircut, getting my beard trimmed, looking all flash and nice. Get home. I'm like, hey, Ellie, we should order dinner. Let's do an out thing. Let's order in, right?
Yep.
I'm not going to say the company, but it's similar to Uber. You're one of those guys. Uber's always
Just say it, Deliveroo. Who
Deliveroo. Fuck you.
Yeah.
So we ordered at 6:15. That's when the transaction went through. We're like, cool, that's fine. Plenty of time, Even if it takes an hour, that's 7:15 that we're eating dinner. Fine.
Yeah.
It's a weekend, who cares? 9:00. The delivery driver rocks up. 9:00.
Yeah.
And he drops it in this spot where I don't know where it is. And I'm like, hey, dude, where'd you put it? And he's like, oh, it's behind you. Okay. I'm like, it's behind you. I won't put an accent on. I didn't mean to do an accent. It just came across that way.
He looks like that's how he would sound.
Yeah, it was a wanker. Anyway, I'm like, mate, we've been waiting 3 hours. What happened? And he's like, the order says 8:15. I'm like, it's 9:00. It's down the road. It's still only a 10-minute drive at max. What took you 45 minutes? And what took you 2.5 hours before that? What are you doing? He's just, I don't know. My order says this.
Did he pick that up right away? Or was it on the system, did it say he's picking up your order at X time? Or did it take a long time before someone picked it up?
It said, your order's being prepared.
Yeah. So, did you do a tip?
No.
Yeah, a lot of them, tip ones go last. If there's any other orders to be picked up that have left a tip, they'll grab them. Forget the tipless ones. They can just sit and get cold.
Actually, I don't know if we did do a tip because Ellie did it, but even still,
we're not a country where you do tipping.
We don't do tipping, and that's the thing. The states do it because they're based on a minimum wage, and they're like, we support our people, and these workers get nothing, so we will give them something, and it's based on the service you provide. That guy didn't deserve a tip anyway, because 3 hours to deliver one meal, he can go and cook a dick.
Yeah. When tipping first started, it was usually someone with quite a bit of money would come in, and they'd tip before the meal. They'd say, go to the waiter, hey, you really look after us. Here's $100. Really, take care of us.
They
sure
did.
All got our drinks and everything.
Treat us well.
It would be a...
almost like a bribe. Here's the thing. Do well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it started becoming if you do well, I guess we'll tip you more.
It's kind of dickish.
Yeah.
I feel like we should pay people more. Oh, that's when they started putting percentages on the tabs as well. How much should you put as a percentage to tip your waiter? It's no.
Yeah. Even now, a lot of our restaurants and stuff do that now. Who's tipping here?
Well, I mean, look, I'm not opposed to giving someone an extra $2 or an extra $5. That doesn't bother me. I'm not, if someone's doing a good job, I'm a real sucker for friendly service.
Yeah.
And I will continue going back, and if they're good, I'll be kind. In fact, I went through KFC this week. There's my cheat meal. The lady at the counter was so nice that when I got to the other side, because I was she was really friendly, and then when we got to the window, I paid, and I'm like, aren't you cold? And she's like, freezing. You stay warm out there. See you later. I'm like, oh, you're really good. That was so friendly. That was a good exchange. I feel good that I'm eating shitty food. This is great. Got to the other window, and I'm like, hey, can you just make sure the lady in the drive-thru, do you guys have a jumper? And the lady, what? I'm like, fuck. One was super nice. One was a dick. I'm like, you know what? Even if
the
I
second
tried.
one probably thought, wait, is the person at the other window just complaining about being cold to all the customers?
No.
She doesn't know that you had that exchange. She's just hearing get that girl a jumper for whatever reason. Like,
Yeah, I might have like ruined her day. Hey, why are you
She got
complaining to
fired.
people? Yeah. Well, what made it even worse is I didn't know whether it was a boy or a girl that I was friendly to. It's getting harder. It's getting harder
You
to
don't-
recognize. And like,
you don't have to, like, instead of saying, can you make sure that girl gets a jumper?
the person in drive-through. And I didn't think about that.
They,
I didn't think about that until I got to until after I'd said it. And that's the thing,
Yeah.
like, the thing is, over the speaker, it sounded like a young boy.
yeah.
I'm like, okay. I called him, her, mate. I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, mate. Thanks, mate. Right? And usually
Yeah.
you say that to a boy, but you can say that to a girl. I've said it to...
I call them bloke.
I call...
Thanks, bloke.
I call...
No, I don't do that.
I call girls a mate now because I'm trying to like take away that whole like mate is a boy thing. Doesn't
Yeah.
have to be.
I call girls Kevin.
Do you?
No.
They did on Up. Do you remember the movie Up?
Yeah.
The bird. It had babies and its name was Kevin and Kevin was a girl. Bummer.
Pretty good.
Yeah, got me good. Okay. Yeah, anyway, I was really pissed off about Deliveroo, and I really, really love good customer service. So my deal is be a good person. Oh,
Yep.
do I get in trouble if I do that?
Yeah. White power.
It's okay. Okay.
It's always been okay.
It's
but
always been okay.
it-
And now someone's
you know what?
offended.
You know what it started as? It started as a joke on like 4chan, like this troll thing, like saying this means white power, and like as a way to like because everyone did that, and so
Yeah.
it was a way of like calling out presidents and everything, saying like, oh look, they're doing the white power thing,
And then
like,
they started taking it
as like
serious.
a troll sort of thing, and then people started taking it seriously because it just got into the mainstream.
The dude, yeah, I watched a thing about like cancel culture, and there was a dude in somewhere in the States who full on lost his job because there was a picture of him in his car with his hand out the window making that sign, probably just
Yeah,
doing
I saw
like
that.
this exercise,
Yeah,
and someone caught him on that one, lost his job.
yeah.
Oh, wankers.
Yeah, it's the internet's a joke.
Mm-hmm.
This is unrelated to anything we've been talking about. This is out of the blue.
Okay, cool.
I think we're done there.
Hey, Jeremy,
Uh,
what's next?
Bloody news.com sometimes, because I still get their articles come to my thing, and it'll be like,
I still use it a lot.
it'll say something like, the customer noticed this shocking feature about some product in Woolworths, or like, customer discovers this weird thing about whatever. And you
Yeah.
open it, it's basically an advertisement for the product.
Yeah.
It's like a customer realised that this product is actually this nutritionist, or like,
I think I'm
know.
going to do that.
yeah,
I'm going to be like, this shirt design said this and it was offensive to someone.
yeah,
And then just show like a really sick, cool design.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it'll be coming from your website and not news.com.
No, I'm going to use news.com. They're good.
Okay.
Clickbaity. Very good at clickbaity.
I did have a news.
I've got a news. Who's
Can't remember
first?
what it was.
I'll go first then. Obesity expert Professor John Dixon debunks huge weight loss myth. It's not your fault if you're obese or seriously overweight. A leading international expert in obesity has revealed. Now, this article goes on to say it's not your fault that you're overweight. It's your
Yeah.
parents. Mum and
Yeah,
dad.
most likely.
Mum and dad got you fat. It's because
In a
you're
lot of
eating.
cases.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
If you're not teaching your kids good like eating habits and that kind of thing, they are going to grow up to be fat like us.
By teaching someone not to take accountability of their own issue.
Well, no, it's not just that. Like, yes, people do need to take accountability, but learning those food things is such a vital thing in children. Like, they're things that stay with you forever. That's why dieting for us is difficult. If you've been raised with proper food guidelines and that kind of thing, it's not going to be difficult. You'll just eat how you know you should eat.
Which is, look, and I agree with that. But,
Like, it is...
but I'm not saying that, but a professional shouldn't turn around and say, oh, it's not your fault. No, it is your fault. You continue this pattern. You continue to push that thing. It's my fault that I am overweight. I did not need to eat as much as I did, and I did.
It is your fault, but you know how it would be so much easier to not eat as much as you did if we were giving proper, like, food training as kids.
Yeah, but it's not as simple as that. I mean, God.
It is. No, it is.
Okay,
Like,
how do you
if
feed
you are
Vera?
born with that, if you're grown with that,
Tell me a meal plan for Vera. How do you do it? Because I feel like I might be teaching my kids the way that I was taught, and we're
we
screwed.
kind of go as we go. We follow her stomach pretty much. We don't just eat when we're bored, but if she's hungry, we'll eat. And always nutritious food, always whole foods and that kind of thing. Rarely do we do like any kind of snack food. Like, her snacks are apples or carrots or bananas.
we have a lot of snack foods, but we also the kids eat so much fruit. Like, we always go, like, at the moment we have two of those things of apples, and they've already eaten one. So it's just like they just go through them. So, I mean...
And you know how you're talking about how you don't know food portion sizes, an appropriate food portion control or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, you'd have to read books and books to kind of learn that. Whereas if we were just kind of taught that as we were growing, it's not even a thing we'd have to learn about. It's just a thing we'd know. And we'd know if we're eating too much for dinner.
And I guess it comes down to the fact that, like, when Vera's finished, when she says, I'm not hungry anymore, what do? She's got, like, a full plate of food in front of her. Do you say, no, you can eat?
We usually don't. It depends. Like, if she's eaten all the good stuff and left some veggies, like, oh, you can have a couple of veggies.
Yeah, okay. All right, so...
But normally, if she's like, oh, I'm a bit full, and there's heaps of good stuff left, I'm like, yeah, you're full.
Yeah, okay. But is that your good or their good? Because Rusty will be the same. He'll be like, I'm finished eating, and it's like he's eating the meat. We're like, no,
yeah, but he's also got exciting stuff to go do after.
Oh, it's so exciting all the time.
In our house, after
Vera has to stare at the wall again.
Yeah, she has to stare at the wall. No. After dinner, it's bedtime.
Oh,
that's when we go and have baths and all that kind of thing. There's no post-dinner TV or games or anything. Like, you're done with technology when we go to dinner.
You know what? I find I think this is really important to discuss, because for me, our routine is always askew. Like, it's always, we'll plan it, we'll do half of it, and then it'll break, and we just go, how did that happen? And that's weekly, right? But for you, because you don't work on the weeks that you have Vera.
Yeah.
Right? But our structure will be really like, okay, Rusty's got to have a bath at this time. We've got to do this with this kid. I've just finished work. Ellie's done for the day. Like, what are we doing? It just, like, it breaks so much. How do you think you would find it if you were working full-time, coming home, and then having to do the Vera stuff?
Yeah, it'd be harder.
Do you think on a week... Well, yes, it's harder. But do you think...
It'd be harder.
I think as a single parent, you probably find that, this is, like, ridiculous. There's no way that you can do this. But I think, like, it is so much harder to work through that sort of stuff, even in a coupled relationship with 3 kids and an
Yeah.
ADHD kid. And
Well, they also only have one kid, so it's just the one bedtime. I don't have to, like, they don't have different bedtimes or whatever.
but then I start thinking, like, is it me that's not good at this routine? And am I just a bit too lazy? Like, that's one thing that I always wonder, because being a lazy parent does happen.
Yeah.
You know, you fall into these parts where it's like, oh, I just don't want to read a book today. I don't know if I can do the bath. We'll do a bath tomorrow morning, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, how do you find that shift? Do you have those days? Is that just a me thing? Okay.
Of course I have those days, but it's still, like, our schedules are, like, usually pretty... They're pretty broad. They're not like we're doing this at this time and this at this time and this time at this time. Like, they're fairly spread out, so we have a lot of time to screw around and be lazy and whatever in between.
Yeah,
There's, like,
okay.
events.
So you plan...
The events are meals.
Do you plan things...
Breakfast time, lunchtime, dinner time.
So with Vera, obviously every second week you get Vera. So week on, week off. Every time that you have her, do you make a plan that this is what we're going to do today?
Sometimes.
Do you plan things throughout the week that you don't have her, or just through the week?
No. It's usually, I might plan a day in advance or something.
Okay.
And she does have things on through the week, like swimming and school and that kind of thing. So those days we got to plan.
They're planned and easy. Yeah.
Often we go to your place on, like, a Saturday or whatever, or Friday.
Yep.
And so, like, that's that day pretty much sorted.
See, I think that's the hardest. I really need to quit my job. I really just need to not work, because I think as a dad, it's so hard to be like, all right, well, I want to spend a lot of time with my kids. And especially lately, I feel like I'm not getting a lot of time with them. Like, I'll hang out with them and we'll have awesome conversations. And they're the funniest kids, like, awesome, funny kids. But it's not like, hey, let's go to the oval and kick a ball around. Hey, let's go do this thing. Let's go to the movies. Like, none of that happens, because the weekends, I'm burnt. I'm fried. And then I've got to edit a podcast. So, you know, I think I need to quit work. I need to just be rich.
Usually the way I'll structure a day is usually we'll do the bigger thing in the morning.
Yep.
And up to and a bit after lunch. So we might go to playgrounds or whatever. We'll go do fun stuff, busy stuff.
Yep.
If it's a rainy day, we'll just do lots of colouring and activities and whatever.
Yep.
And then in the afternoon, we can just relax and watch TV or play games or whatever.
I think that's a good way to do it, and I think you're motivated more in the morning if you actually get up and do stuff, rather than like, oh, it's 3:00, we better go to the shops.
Yeah, I try and do everything early in the day, and it works for us. But anyway, this was about your like, I don't think that every parent should just be panicking and that kind of thing about trying to teach their kid proper eating and that kind of thing. But it does play a large role in
their development,
in your weight later on. Like, because, like, we have to put in effort to not be overweight.
Yep.
Like, I've trained my brain pretty well in eating properly over the years. It's taken a long time to know how to do that.
Yep.
But then I'll still have breakout times where it's just snacks are king and I just snack all the time.
That's one thing.
Just,
one thing I found with the intermittent fasting is because you start on this thing, you start like, because of intermittent fasting, you start off with like, you're not eating for the start of the day. So you just go, oh, Jesus.
Sorry. Yeah.
You're not eating for the start of the day. So all of a sudden you just don't have this thing.
Yeah.
And then by the time that you do get to lunchtime, you're so excited to just have something. You don't actually need that much, and you actually listen to your stomach more. because it does start to feel full because you got nothing in there.
Yeah.
I've stopped snacking a lot because I don't need to, and because there's a restriction of time. Like, I do the 12 to 8. The second 8 hits, I'm like, I can't touch anything.
Yeah.
I can't eat. And that's it.
Yep.
But I think right now I'm just working out the structure of it, and then I'll start, like, limiting the portions so much.
Yeah. Yep. I don't really know very well how to properly get good food habits across to your children. I think a lot of it is kind of teaching them to properly follow their stomach and that kind of thing, and not just eat when they're bored, or which is a lot of the time it is, I'm bored,
Yep.
I'm going to put food in my mouth. Like, you say that, or you hear mum say that when you're a kid, and you're like, no, I'm starving. I need 30 packets of chips. But, like, it is just like I just need my mouth to do stuff.
I tried gum.
Yeah.
I bought gum. I hate gum. I hate it so much. Like, sitting there chewing on bland, half minty rubber is the most uncomfortable feeling in existence.
Did it stop you feeling like putting snacks in your mouth?
Only because I felt like spewing.
Yeah, see, it worked.
Well, it was also pretty late, so I didn't want to put any. I think I just had it because I'm like, look, I got to try this thing. We'll do this thing.
Yeah. Do it when you want a snack, not just whenever.
Yeah, I did. Although I don't want a snack. After not having breakfast, I don't snack.
We have to do so many tricks and things now well, you don't, I do. I need to do tricks to stop the snacks happening.
Yogurt's really good because yogurt's pretty good for you.
When we were younger, Dads, we'd have these massive bowls of food, which, like, full overflowing massive bowls.
Yep.
That's like 2 meals, really.
Yep.
And then we go back and have seconds.
Yeah.
Like, that's just how we would eat.
Some of those meals are so good, though.
Yeah, they were really good. But you know what's even better?
Not being fat.
Those meals all week. You get them for lunch and everything.
Yeah. I remember going... So, afternoon snacks, right? And my kids started doing it as well. They finish school, they come home, and they're like, can I have noodles? Can I have a sandwich? Can I have an apple? Can I have an LCM? Yeah, just one at a time, though. But then I think, like, okay, I used to finish school and come home and have 2 packets of noodles on scrambled eggs sandwiches.
Yeah.
And I'd still have a bag of chips after.
Yeah.
But the way...
And a sneaky muesli bar.
The way that Dad
and
worked
an icy pole.
Yeah, so many. The way that Dad worked it was, once it's gone, it's gone. So we would just stack it in the first few days and just, like, starve the rest of the week.
Yeah, but he'd also go shopping weekly, so...
like 2 days later, you're like...
stream of stuff.
Did I tell you
There was always noodles.
Did I tell you I found Pokemon cereal?
Yeah, no, but it wasn't... Oh, yeah, it was different. How was it?
I haven't had it yet.
Yeah, okay.
Because I don't have breakfast.
Yeah.
But I feel like I should try that. Maybe we should try that.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we could do a challenge around it.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, do you remember when you were a little kid and you had a blue balloon? I think it was green or blue. And you were blowing it up and then inhaling the air and then blowing it up. And then eventually you did it one too many times and you threw up blue.
Yeah.
And you were like, don't tell mom, don't tell mom. And like freaked out.
Yeah.
And I was like, you just threw up blue. I feel like I might need to tell mum. You know what? I caught TJ doing that same thing the other day. And I was like, don't! You need to stop right now. You'll spew blue. Like, it fucked me up. I've never been the same kid since seeing that. Especially, like, you see someone throw up, like, alien blood as a kid. And you're like, what is going on?
Yeah. Because it was the colour of the balloon.
Yeah, of course.
Obviously. It was just well, I don't know, rubber particles or something. I don't know.
Well, they put all the powder stuff so it doesn't stick together on the inside.
Yeah.
So they're full of like this powder debris, so it doesn't stick. And you've obviously just inhaled all of it
Yeah, probably that.
and just spewed it. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, it's cool. But yeah, I do think about that like every time I'm near balloons.
do you?
Just one of those things. You're just like, yeah.
You know the other thing that I was thinking of, and I always wondered why. Like, because there were a few occasions where you were like, "Don't tell mum," like, and I don't know.
Oh, with the kangaroo?
Yeah. Why did you do that? What was your?
I don't know.
So
Autism.
we better tell.
I don't know.
We
Well,
better
it's-
tell the story because these people don't know what's going on. So we went to this like caravan resort. I'm gonna say that
Maramarang.
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 Yep, you know how to say it.
Maramarang.
Maramarang. There were so many weird things that happened that trip. Like apparently I fell out of a bed, but Adrian caught me and then put me back in bed. And then I got really sick and fell asleep, and then
Oh, yeah.
and then Dad went to dinner and sang karaoke, and I missed the whole thing.
Yeah, he did.
He did
all,
Peter Garrett,
all, yeah, it was all
Midnight Oil.
Midnight Oil, all of them.
Would have loved it. Anyway, what were we saying? The kangaroo.
Kangaroo.
So we went for a walk, went for a wander, and we saw this little Joey, and we're like, "Oh, cool! Let's go see if we can pat it." And obviously freaked out and scratched Jeremy on the face. And Jeremy's like, "Oh, don't tell Mum. Tell her I got scratched by a stick."
Well, I think we were told not to go near the kangaroos or something.
Well, makes sense.
So I think it was like don't let Mum know I was doing the thing I was told not to do.
Well, that makes sense. But at the same time, her reasoning for you not going near the kangaroo was because it'll scratch you in the face. And it did.
Yeah, it did.
It did the thing that...
Right near my eye.
Yeah. Just say I walked into a stick.
Yeah.
You were a weird kid.
Yeah.
You were the weirdest kid. We'd go driving along and like see those windmills off in the distance, and you'd be like, "See that? That's where I came down from Mars."
Well, Saturn.
Saturn, because you were an alien,
Yeah.
and then you'd communicate with your real parents with your big ears.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you were telling these lies, what was going through your head?
I don't know. It was cool stories, I guess. Like, they weren't things I believed, but it was just like fun.
So
It's just fun.
you were okay. See, because
Just like a fun narrative.
which is fair enough. See, for me as a kid, listening to you was like, was my brother really from space? Because I was a pretty gullible kid. I wasn't the smartest. You used to say some horrible things to me before sleep, like you were going to kill me or I would die in my sleep, and I'd believe you enough that I'd wake up excited that I was alive. And like all these other things. So for you to say, I'm from outer space, in my little dumbass mind, I was like, hey, he is. The ears make sense. And that does look a bit odd to be out in the wild, a windmill.
Yeah. And, I feel I've kind of always done characters. Like, so that was my character then, alien guy, whatever.
Yeah.
I remember when I very first started working at Super Cheap Auto,
Yeah.
I'd act a little bit gay because, like, the guys there were really
They were
blokey
blokes.
guys.
Yeah, yeah.
So I thought it'd be funny if I was a bit gay.
And you put your hair in that weird ponytail thing.
Yeah, but that was a
What the fuck?
different time.
Why?
Yeah, because I had
Why
long
would
hair
you be
then.
like, all of these guys are blokey blokes? I'm going to be a little bit gay.
Yeah, I don't know.
What?
I don't know why I do anything.
It's all...
Because it was always like, what would be the funniest for me. Like, I would enjoy that. That would be funny for me. No one else. No one else is in on this joke. It's just for me.
The Norm Macdonald style comedy, where the
Oh,
joke
yeah, I'm
is
Norm.
the joke is for Norm. Yeah,
I am basically Norm.
man, I've been watching a bit of his stuff lately because he was just incredible. And there's a new special coming out. That's news.
Oh, yeah. Zombie special.
Yeah, and you know what?
Yeah.
I hope it is terrible.
Well, shut up for a minute. Tell the news. There's a Norm Macdonald recorded a special before he died to be released after he died.
Yep,
Recorded in his lounge room
to no one.
to no one. Was it to no one?
It must have been. I don't think he was doing much.
Oh, but he could have got a couple people in. I don't know, but yeah. It's pretty exciting anyway, whatever he does.
I'm very, very excited. You know, my favorite thing he did. Well, one of my favorite things he did was on his Bob Saget roast. He was like, "I don't want to say nasty things about you, Bob. I love you." So he just printed off a bunch of like terrible jokes from the 40s and read them out. And like no one in the crowd was laughing. Like it wasn't funny stuff, but he just kept on going and just finished the list.
And that's, yeah,
That's
so good.
That's exactly what he was. He was just the funniest. Like, I don't want to do that. Oh, and then what? He got onto like a talk show and said something about Bill Clinton or something. Oh, I can't even remember. It was very good. He was just so like, I'm just gonna say it. Whatever.
Did you see him on, I think it was The View?
Where he did the fake
Like he-
apology?
Yeah, no, he was supposed to be apologising for some sexist thing he did. And he made all these sexist jokes on there. I can't remember them exactly, but it was amazing. And like, to an audience who would just not appreciate it whatsoever.
No.
And that's the best thing about it.
Yeah.
It's like, no one watching that is enjoying these jokes. Like, so good.
What was the other story he had was like he went on tour and he was like with a bunch of other comedians and he goes, "Right, guys, you know, all of you guys are doing such a great job. I'm going to open for you tonight." And then got up and told all their material before they could get on stage.
It's amazing. I love it. Those kind of jokes that just...
It wasn't for anyone but him. He was like, "This is the best night ever." And everyone else is going, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, the audience doesn't get what's going on.
No. Until every comedian goes out, "Well, I was going to tell you a joke about this, but Norm already told it."
Amazing.
The best guy.
Those kind of... The best jokes are the ones that no one's going to laugh at.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, even like his they mention it on the coffee in cars with comedians.
Yeah.
Comedians in cars getting coffee, however you say it. He mentioned it on his episode with Jerry. They were talking about the Germany joke, like how Germany went to war with the world. And the crazy thing is they almost won.
Yeah.
That's a dumb thing to do. No, but they actually almost won.
And then they did it again.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very excited for his special. That's going to be a good one. I actually...
Maybe.
Well,
Could be awful.
I got a message from my mate Stu, like the same day that you mentioned it, and he's like, "I'm going to be bawling after this. I'm going to cry." I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, it's going to suck if he does like a big goodbye thing at the end.
Oh,
Like, don't...
I hope it's terrible. Because the whole time, if it's an hour of Norm sitting in his lounge room talking crap, I'll die. I'll think that's the funniest thing. Because
What if
it's a joke on the world.
What if it's like a Bill Cosby set or something? How good would that be?
What if he comes out as like a raging racist or something? It comes
No,
out.
it wouldn't be. Because, like,
Oh well, they have to put it on
The-
Netflix.
yeah, they would have checked it before they
Like,
put it out.
Norm released a special, but he's psycho. We're not going to do that.
I need to go have a wee break.
That's okay. Enjoy your wee break. You know what I really like?
Yeah.
I like the fact that we're not seeing a whole heap of news about Ukraine.
Now, an interesting thing about that is, like, why aren't we hearing a lot about that? Is it that it's stopped? Like, because if you remember,
No, because I just...
Hong Kong,
Yeah.
shut up a minute, Hong Kong was all over the news. There was riots, there was all this shit happening there, and then nothing.
Then nothing.
It's like China was just like, oh, let's not talk about this anymore, guys. And they're just gone. Complete no news from there at all. We don't know how it's going now. We don't know if China would just like moved in and it's theirs now. We really know nothing. And that could also be happening in Ukraine. It could just be Russia now.
Well, I mean, there's articles still coming out, but they're not like, you know, when it first happened, they were like daily. You know, you would find everything immediately as it was happening. Like, Russia declared war, Putin's a war criminal, he's a horrible person, you know, all this other stuff. And it's like all of a sudden it just goes away. So, well, why would it just disappear if the world is doing sanctions and stopping all this stuff, and then all of a sudden it's like, done, we're gone.
Yeah.
There's still a war happening, right? Like, war doesn't end in
Maybe.
a week. No,
It might.
Like, I just saw a thing where Ukraine something surrendered. Ukrainian fighters surrendered defending Mariupol steel mill, registered as POWs. Let's see, is Ukraine war still happening? Is Ukrainian war over, ending, a distraction, almost over? They're the Google searches.
I love the Google search things.
I love them. Oh, there's live updates 4 hours ago. All right.
Ooh.
4 days ago, tracking the Russian invasion. There's stuff everywhere, but news sources aren't talking about it because it's not hitting as hard as Kardashian and Pete
Yeah.
hanging out.
And these new features at Woolworths. God, really hate that.
Yeah. So, I talked about how my oldest boy might have COVID. So, OP might
Yeah.
have COVID.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And he's meant to go on his school camp on Monday.
Yeah.
So, we've done a test and it's negative, but the way that he's moving and the way things are going, we think it might be COVID.
Either way, he's moving.
Jolts a bit more than usual. No, he just, like, he's got a sore throat. He threw up this morning. Did you throw up with COVID?
No,
Okay.
I don't think most people do.
No, I don't think most
I've,
people do.
I've not heard about that as a symptom at all.
Well, that's good. He's got a crazy headache.
Well, yeah. Is it good?
Is it good? Yeah, it's great. What do you mean is it good?
Why?
What do you mean is it good?
That means he's got something unknown
What do you mean?
instead of something known.
Is it good that we don't know what it is? Well, I mean, it's not cancer.
No. Maybe.
This feels like the worst episode ever.
Yeah. How good was the autism bit, though?
Oh, it got me. It was good. I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
You know what I could do? You know, it might be a really funny idea.
What?
Name the song.
Okay. What, is this a challenge?
Oh, it's out of...
No, we can't do this. I think if you play more than... I think it's like 4 bars of a song. it can get struck.
Yeah, damn it. Name my song. I feel like this has gone very flat.
Yeah, well, because we don't have anything. We're not talking about anything. We're just kind of here, existing. I'm going to quickly get a news.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Did you see... Now, what was your take? Okay. ScoMo tackled a young boy.
Oh.
Well, no. That's what the news said. But what a lot of the news and memes said. Yeah.
What was my
Did you
take?
see the whole thing?
What was my take?
Yeah.
How good was the score from the kid and his reaction? Did you see the...
I didn't see... What did he say after? I didn't see it.
Like, so ScoMo drops on the kid,
Yeah.
and then...
He tripped. It wasn't a tackle, though.
No, he turned around too quickly, lost his footing, and fell on a kid.
Yeah.
He didn't...
And he did do the right... He... As he was landing, he did kind of roll over so that he wasn't squashing a kid.
Yeah, I mean, he
Like, so he at least did that.
did well.
Which is good. Yeah.
It was a dad
I-
roll.
like-
It was a dad roll. I'd expect
Yeah.
that of any dad.
I did think... Yeah. It wasn't as bad as I was expecting when I went to see it. I expected a full crash tackle kind of thing, but it was clearly an accident. Like a whoops.
Spear tackles a kid.
Yeah.
Well, no. He's... Honestly, I was so excited for the kid who scored the goal because he walks back and he's like, yeah! This kid's face, I'm going to find it because ScoMo tackles kid. Yep. Oh, there's so much on it.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to... Oi. Do the thing.
One of the problems is that it's an election week, so a lot of the news is just going to be election stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, monkeypox is in Australia.
What is?
Monkeypox.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Hold on. Ah, there he is. I can't wait to show you this clip. You should watch the clip. Watch the clip.
Wait. Share your screen.
Can I share my screen?
Yeah, just press the button that says share your screen.
Where?
In Discord.
This one. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Go live. There it is.
Ooh, I can see your screen.
Okay.
Yeah, this is cool.
All right, you ready? You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. See this kid?
Yeah.
Look how happy he is.
Yeah, he looks pretty happy.
Yeah. Okay, you ready? And I think, honestly, it should have been a penalty because he may have the kid who got tackled may have actually defended him. ScoMo was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Okay.
Watch. Okay, so tackles, open, scores the goal. How stoked
Wait,
is that kid? Do you want to do it again?
Oh, I thought that was the sideline.
No, so.
I thought he kicked it out.
Nah, it's like a futsal game. So here we go.
Yeah.
He sidesteps, goes to get the ball. It goes the other way. He decides to knock over a kid. This guy's like, hey, my first goal, mum. And in it goes. And he is so stoked. Look at that kid. He's like, yeah, I've never defended against Joey. Got him.
Yeah. Nailed it.
And even, like, look at his pals. Oh. That's like the sweetest victory ever. And then they all focus on this arsehole. No one's talking about the goal.
Well, they don't... Like, the kids don't care that, like, a kid got knocked over because they probably knock each other over all the time. Just, like, barreling into each other.
They're like, hey, why are we fighting the Prime Minister? Yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, you know
That was
the
fun.
best thing? I actually screen recorded that as well.
Yeah, cool. Good. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so monkeypox.
Yeah.
Do you
made its way to Australia?
do you ever do you now see any sickness on news and go they're trying to hype this bullshit thing again?
Yeah, I don't care about it. It's like the same as The same as I've felt about every disease that they come up with. Like when COVID first came up and when
Yeah, I didn't take.
all the other diseases, like the swine flu, the bird flu, and
Yep.
all the things. I'm just like, yeah, okay, whatever.
COVID I didn't take seriously until I had to take it seriously.
No one did.
Yeah. And that,
And fun thing was, no one was taking it seriously.
yeah.
Dick did. He's like, this is going to change the world. Like, just you watch.
Yeah.
It's going to be all this crazy stuff. Like, he kept predicting stuff about it. It was like,
Dick
he nailed
Masterson.
it every time. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, and that's, I don't know. I think he was in on it.
Oh, shit, I'm on news.com again.
I went to seven,
So this
7 News.
episode,
Yeah.
we are going to call just Bants.
Just Bants, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, because we've just been bantering. It's not been anything.
Unless we quickly talk about pants and we can call it just pants. Or, you know what some people say when something's really bad? They call it pants. Like, what did you think of that? Oh, it was pants.
No one's ever said that.
I hear it at work all the time.
Pauline Hanson got COVID.
Yes. Did she?
She's unvaccinated, apparently. Well, I reckon, though. Well, it'll be interesting to see how hard it hits her, because I reckon she got secretly vaccinated.
She did an oral vaccination.
Yeah. I know. I thought politicians had to have it.
I don't know, unless there's a reason that they don't. I personally think
Yeah.
she might be the worst person ever, just because I hate her.
Yeah.
Um,
She's so hot, though.
what, on fire because of red hair?
So
She's a wanker. She's the worst. How have you not heard It's Pants?
because you just made it up then.
No, I didn't. Have you? I mean, people also say things like, "Oh, that blue chunks."
Yeah.
That's a fun one.
Yeah, because it's like vomit.
Well,
Okay, should we have a micro challenge?
I think we need something because I'm gonna have to cut this. It's gonna be 10 minutes worth of content.
Yeah, well, we've been talking for an hour since we started the show.
Yeah, I know. It's been one of the slowest hours I've had all week,
Yeah.
and this is
Yeah.
content. Do you think you're getting worse?
It's hard to tell. I'm the worst I've been today.
Okay.
But you know when you're sick and it's kind of like that day you're this sick? You don't kind of get sicker through the day. It's kind of you just carry that. And then the next day you wake up and it's this much sicker.
Yeah.
And you carry that through the day.
Yeah, you don't like
Yeah.
progress. Well, I mean,
On the last day you'll get better.
you'll be better on the last day, and then it will just be like the next day you're actually not better, but you're way better.
Yeah. But sometimes you'll feel it halfway through the day to get better.
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't felt the get better today. I've just stayed the same sick the whole day. Anyway, I was thinking about bringing back James Edmonds Under the Weather.
Well, you're under the weather.
Yeah, but also, like, the thing is, I feel like that joke is so limited, but I also feel like if I do it, it has to be a daily pod
Oh, yeah, it's got to be day.
every day.
Oh, like every day.
Yeah,
I mean, you could smash out like 4 episodes at once.
yeah. 5 even, so I could get every weekday covered.
Well, yeah. Does it have to be weekdays? You're not doing weekends.
Well, that's just an example. Nothing's set in stone yet.
You'd also have to edit 5 episodes. Would you do... No, you couldn't do live readings. Although you could screen record as you're searching for it.
Yeah, well, that's another thing. Because if I was going to, do it daily ones, if I'm doing today's weather each day, I'd have to...
Oh, yeah. You would
golf
actually.
predictions. But I was thinking also of doing fun ways of predicting. Like, so I'm going to predict next week's weather, but like, non-conventional means like the scores on a football match or something like that.
Like, just random predictions. Not even
Yeah.
weather.
Yeah.
Although then it's under the weather with sports. Although, if you could, would you mind doing a prediction for the next NBA game? Because Celtics are in the... Boston Celtics are in the... they're like...
Did they beat the Bucks?
They did beat the Bucks. I mean, Milwaukee are awesome. I love them. So they're now versing Miami Heat, who won the... Excuse you. Bless you.
What?
So now they're versing
I was gonna get.
Miami Heat. Yeah.
What I really wanted to do was get a Giannis jersey.
Oh, I love him. I wouldn't mind.
And
he's amazing.
and like just unveil it on one episode. But I was really hoping that like I wanted to time it after they lost to the Bucks.
That would be good.
After they beat. Yeah.
After the Bucks beat Boston.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how much of these last conversations we keep in. Just like about under the weather and stuff. Anyway, it is just a Bants episode pretty much. We're just talking stuff.
Honestly.
It could have been much better. We should have utilised the computers. Quite sick. And my phone's about to die.
Well, let's look.
And I am getting a lot worse now and I'm all stuffy, so
Yeah. Let's let's watch Jeremy progressively die a bit worse.
yeah.
This might be your last pod. You look like death.
It's been great getting sick in front of you all. Getting more and more sick for an hour. I hope you enjoyed that.
Yeah. Oh, I apologize for the last 2 episodes. We burped. We had a horrible, wholesome episode. That was our least wholesome episode. We talked about racism and like fat people and everything. It was
Swastikas.
not wholesome. And
Yeah, but
now
we dressed a bit nice and we said nice things to each other.
I bet you I'd beat you in a push-up challenge right now, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Alright, so we're going to do 2 micro challenges next week.
Yep.
And a weigh-in next week.
Can you just do me a favor?
What?
Predict the next NBA game for me. So, Boston
What?
versus Miami Heat. Who's
Are
winning?
you putting money on it?
No. Who's going to win?
Boston. Yeah. 18-14. Pretty low scoring game.
I'm not watching that game. It's
Like
2 hours of like running back and forth without any shots.
the defense game on each team that match is going to be just mental. They are blocking everything.
There's good defenses. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for that, Jez. I'll let you go. All right.
It's been real. Sorry, everyone, for our Just Bants episode. We'll be back to our normal whatever next week. This might be more fun than we think when we get to the editing process.
No, but yeah, that's okay. We'll see.
It's really
Anyway,
great. There's been some moments. The rice thing.
you mentioned it 3 times. Like that was the only
So
thing that happened.
It is. So we're just Bants and rice.
Bants and rice.
Bants and rice. All right.
All
Bye,
right.
Hungries.
We've been dads.
Sorry, Hungries.
That's fucking the worst.
Of course, we'll have to do many claps.
2 brothers.
What are you doing?
I was just waiting for you. You were doing all these fancy things. I'm like, no, I'm gonna play your song. I've got it in this
Play
nice.
you a song.
Got this nice tuning. Oh, we're gonna play each other a song.
Yeah, we might. We'll able to song off. Anyway, I was listening to Rocky Raccoon,
Who's Rocky Raccoon?
the Beatles.
Hey, I'm gonna try something just so I can line things up.
Is it going to clap?
Oh, hang on. Speak.
Speak.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna line up your speak with my recorded speak because I turned up my speakers.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Okay.
Do you
Mine's in here. Say something.
speak? Oh, yours is heaps delayed. Damn, it's not gonna work. Well,
That will work.
oh,
We've done it before.
yeah, but there was so
Our
much
first
cutting.
and probably most successful debate was this way.
So
I feel like I had something to say about fat people or something.
us? What,
For some reason.
was
I
it to
can't
do
remember
with
what it was.
Rebel Wilson
No, what's she doing?
just being the worst person? I hate her.
Is she fat again?
No, that's part of the problem.
What's she doing?
Well, she's not. We started to watch this movie of her, and
Yeah.
I just genuinely don't like her. I liked her in Fat Pizza, and then she disappeared from Fat Pizza, and then it was just like she's just now turned into this woke, skinny female who used to rely on her fat jokes to get laughs, and now she's not making fat jokes because she's skinny, she's not funny, she's not enjoyable. People are just trying. She's still trying to ride this train of comedy when all her material is gone.
Yeah, well, I remember Magda Strzelecki did the same thing.
Oh yeah, they all get an
'Cause, like,
ego, hey.
Because all those big female comedians, all of their humour is based on self-deprecation and like fat jokes and that kind of thing. So when they get skinny and they don't, they can't rely on that anymore. They have to kind of break out of that.
Yeah.
And because they've been just doing that material forever and that same delivery and everything, it doesn't work when they
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
skinnier.
It's insane though, just the way that it works. Because like, I don't know, they're just not funny. They're just like, why would you go ahead and lose that much weight?
What? So you don't die?
But wait, funny, right?
Stop being funny. Do other stuff. You're famous already. You can probably carry that train somewhere. And
Well, then you
all that
become
woke shit,
Russell.
I'm sure someone loves it.
But then
Huh?
you end up like Russell Brand, and just like a political weirdo.
Well, yeah.
Although
He
I
was
don't,
just never funny, though.
I don't hate him. He was, yeah, nah, he wasn't, was
Nah.
he? He wasn't.
He wasn't. His stand-up sucked.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was dumb. Christina P. Tom Segura's wife is the best female stand-up.
Okay.
She's basically Tom Segura, but female,
Yeah.
and she's not like the typical females joking about vaginas and things like that.
Yeah.
She makes a lot of funnier jokes.
I think a lot of women, they go down the gross route or the disgusting. They talk about things that, like, girls shouldn't talk about this because it's gross. And they talk about that. And that's the joke because
Yeah.
it's gross.
Have you watched any Amy Schumer?
Yeah. Two of them.
Are they any good?
No.
Did you watch what was
I
it?
liked her on Comedians Getting Coffee, I think.
Okay. I haven't seen that app.
Okay, I think she was okay on that.
Did you watch what was the name? Hannah Gadsby.
No, I didn't watch her special.
Oh, it was special.
I hated that. And the ad for it, it said like comedy special, and then the word comedy wisped away, and it just said special. It's like,
It was really intense. Like as far as like coming out and being proud and strong and you know, you were a comedian.
although it's if she just came out doing that shit from the beginning, no one's watching that. She's not making it anywhere. She's built herself a platform, and now like there's a rare instance where that kind of person can talk about that kind of thing to that many people. Like,
I mean,
no one else has that platform who's talking about that shit.
if you think about it as a comedian, to stand on stage when people are ready to watch this funny girl, hey, I really like that Hannah Gadsby girl. She's very funny, and she stands up on stage, and
She was very clear about it wasn't going to be that.
well, then it's not brave. it,
Like, she was pretty clear that like it wasn't going to be a normal special.
hey, this
wasn't going to be.
This is my comedy special. Don't expect to laugh.
No. But that's why they wanted to lean more on the it's a special. It's more about her. It's more personal. Like they didn't want it. They didn't want people going in thinking this is going to be funny. They wanted people going in thinking this is probably going to have a serious tone to a lot of it.
Because how else would you sell it? You get these people going, hey guys, want to watch a comedy special? And then just sit there traumatized by the end. Did you watch it?
No, because it was why?
I
wouldn't have watched it if it was a comedy special.
You know what? This was one of those moments where I felt really uncomfortable because I spoke to my boss. I was speaking to my boss about some stuff, and I'm like, he was like, oh, have you seen the Hannah Gadsby special? I'm like, no, it looks just like a woman having a whinge. And he was like, it's not a woman having a whinge. Like, he got kind of serious about it. I think this was the first time I kind of let him down.
Yeah,
and,
because...
Yeah, and then I watched it, and the whole time I'm like, I get it. If you're watching it as a TED Talk, awesome. If you're watching it as a comedy special, that shit was hard.
But it was... Yeah, if you were watching it as a comedy special, that's on you. Like, you obviously missed all of the signs that it isn't a comedy special.
I got recommended to watch someone stand up. That's how it came across. And what else? Like, hey, have you seen the Hannah Gadsby stand up? No, I haven't. I will watch that. Oh my God, that was traumatizing.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel for her. And if she was straight up, if she said it was a comedy special, had a few laughs.
She didn't.
I know, but if she did, if she had a comedy special, stood up, did a comedy, and then went into all the extreme stuff and started screaming about how she was raped and it was horrible and beaten and just because she was a lesbian, like,
Yeah.
then I would have thought that was brave as shit, because a comedian coming out that way is insane. But if she promoted it as, I'm going to do this, then, all right, go on. Like, if you promote something and it comes out to be exactly what you've promoted, it's just what you've promoted. Good work. But if
that's what she did.
But if you are a comedian saying, hey, my stand-up special is going to be a little different to the other ones you've seen, and she comes out like that way.
But she didn't. You're making up like this narrative that didn't exist.
Well, no, I'm just trying to understand what the hell happened. Because
she said it's not a comedy special. It's like the opening line on the Netflix ad was, "This isn't a comedy special."
Oh, well.
Like, that was the very first line.
But then it goes into a joke, doesn't it?
Because there is some jokes in there.
Yeah, I mean...
So I wanted to say, like, it is a serious thing, but it's also...
I will say, it wasn't the worst thing I've ever watched.
But who did betray us in the way that you're kind of describing, that she kind of misled people, which she didn't do? John Davis. Hey, come check out this music. It's called new metal. It's like a cross between rap and metal. Hey, I got raped by my dad. Listen to me sob. Listen to me sob on the album.
I think Korn had a lot more going for him than John Davies crying.
There's a lot of crying every album.
Oh, there is.
God, you listen to Adidas, and you're like, oh man, these guys are gonna be sick. It's gonna be,
oh yeah,
just
then
cool
you hear
sex stuff. And you listen to it, like, oh okay.
Although, when we were teenagers listening to that stuff, feeling the angst of that man, it was like, wow. That was good. Korn were amazing.
Yeah, but they still tricked us.
Oh, they tricked us.
I think it was good for that angst stuff, but like...
Well, they never tricked
We were
us.
tricked.
They came out...
They did. They said, listen to this fun,
They
cool
never
rap
said
metal.
that. They never said that. And I don't think they ever came out as rap metal apart from the Limp Bizkit crossover.
Well, and all the songs that they released.
They're not rap.
Like Adidas. Well, Adidas was their first hit, wasn't it?
Adidas, hang on. No, wasn't Snakes and Ladders or Blind. Blind would have been, because that was before Life is Peachy.
I don't think that was a hit, though.
Okay.
That was just an awesome song on an
That was a
album.
great album. It's cool.
Yeah,
Ellie,
I think-
Ellie was never a fan of Korn, and I got her into Korn after. Yeah. Jeez, that coffee's nasty, isn't it?
Yeah. This is why I'm not there.
Thank you.
Bloody... The guy with the hat backwards.
Adam Sandler?
No.
Fred Durst.
Yes. He was pretty upfront. He's like, look at this. These songs are going to have lots of cusses and stupid rapping and an awful voice. And all of his songs were that. They were like consistent across the board.
What was that song?
Although, yeah.
If I say fuck 2 more times, that's 48 fucks and it's fucked up rhyme.
Yeah. It was like really try-hard angst.
Oh, it was so...
Like, it's just one of those days where you don't want to wake up. Everything is fucked. Everybody sucks. You don't know why, but you want to justify ripping someone's head off. Like, cool, man.
Yeah, it's so funny. We watched them at Download. So it was Limp Bizkit and Korn headlining that thing, and it was like, damn, this is so sick. I can't believe we're gonna go and see Limp Bizkit and Korn. And I watched half of Limp Bizkit and I walked away. It was like cheesy as. He doesn't look like...
Super cringy.
Yeah, he doesn't look like Fred Durst anymore. He's Frederick Durst. He's like Grandpa Durst.
'Cause it's like... They're like angry lyrics and stuff, but there's no angsty feeling in the music.
Yeah, but it's not even angry. Like, it's not even angsty lyrics because it's too cheesy. Same with Papa Roach. All right, all of those sorts of bands when they came out, they were kind of like cut my life into pieces. This is suffocation, no breathing. Like, it's just super cheesy if you listen to it now. But for some reason, growing up as a teenager, listening was like, these guys are onto something.
It is way too light of a tone for singing about attempted suicide.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's just too, hey, get grooving. One thing that, like, do you imagine everyone who bought a Limp Bizkit album after hearing Behind Blue Eyes?
Well,
Because that song was huge, like way bigger than anything else they did. Like,
No,
people, like, if that was their first intro to Limp Bizkit.
no, because they had
Yeah,
Keep
they
Rollin'.
had Rollin' and all that.
Rollin' was the big one, and they had
None of that was nearly as big as Behind Blue Eyes.
because they had the film clip with.
Yes, they did.
With Ben
but
Stiller?
Behind Blue Eyes, but it wasn't.
Oh, was that?
It was on a.
Was that?
It wasn't even close to the same size.
Was that him? Was that Limp Bizkit or was that Exhibit? I remember they released songs around the same time, and I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
Ben Stiller
Rollin'.
started doing like a bunch of songs, like he did the Jack Johnson clip.
Who?
Ben Stiller,
Oh yeah. He did do a lot.
because he did.
And The Offspring.
Was he in The Offspring?
Yeah, and oh, was it The Offspring? The one where he goes to like the house? No, that was Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Ice Cube had. No, it wasn't.
No,
even
it was
Ice Cube.
Exhibit.
No, it wasn't Exhibit either.
No, Exhibit. I'm pretty sure it was Exhibit.
What's his name?
Ben Stiller. Oh, he's done a lot more since. Apparently, he was in Tenacious D's tribute. Bad Boys for
Oh, yeah.
Life. Puff Daddy.
Yes, that was the one I was thinking of.
We ain't going nowhere. That was sick, though. I remember loving that.
Yeah, that was a really cool song.
Ah, that's fun.